crystal clear water, towering cliffs, historic shipwrecks, and one of the most famous summer destinations in Ontario. This weekend we finally headed north from Collingwood to explore Tobermory and Flowerpot Island on the beautiful Bruce Peninsula. But before we reached Tobermory, we made a stop in the small town of Wharton to track down one of Canada's most famous groundhogs. After finishing work on Friday afternoon, we packed up the car and hit the road heading north from Collingwood towards the Bruce Peninsula. The drive to Tobermory is one of the best road trips in Ontario, especially once you get north of Owen Sound and start winding your way along the peninsula. The scenery slowly changes from farmland to rocky shoreline, thick forest and small lakeside towns scattered along the edge of the Georgian Bay. As dinner time rolled around, we pulled into Wharton and decided to grab a pizza from New Orleans Pizza. While our order was cooking, we headed down to the waterfront to explore the town. Wharton sits right on the shores of Georgian Bay and has a relaxed little harbour that makes a perfect stop on the drive north. But there was one thing we especially wanted to see: Wharton Willie. We're going in search of the famous groundhog, Willie. I've spotted him. There he is. Big groundhog. I found him. We eventually found the famous Willie statue overlooking the waterfront, along with the enclosure where Willie once lived. For anyone outside Canada, Wharton Willie is one of the country's most famous groundhogs and has been predicting the arrival of spring every year since the 1950s, during the town's annual Groundhog Day festival. Over the years, Willie has become a Canadian icon, attracting visitors from all over the country every February to hear whether he sees his shadow or not. After stretching the legs and taking in the views around the harbour, we headed back to grab the pizza before continuing the final stretch north to Tobermory. By the time we arrived in Tobermory, the evening light was beginning to soften across the harbour. We checked into the Bruce Anchor Motel, which would be our base for the next few days exploring the Bruce Peninsula. One of the great things about staying here is the location. It's only a short walk to the harbour and many of the local attractions. After settling in, we wandered across the road towards Big Tub Harbour to watch the sunset. As the sun dropped lower over the Georgian Bay, the harbour completely transformed with golden light reflecting off the water and boats gently rocking in the marina. In the distance stood the famous Big Tub Lighthouse, one of Tobermory's most photographed landmarks. That was very spectacular. We're going to call it a night and up early in the morning, so we'll see you in the morning. Up early this morning, just going for a bit of a walk, see what the day's like. So far it looks alright, it's only a bit cloudy, but yeah, just going to explore Tobermory. The next morning I was up early as usual and headed out for a walk around the harbour before the town came alive for the day. There's something peaceful about Tobermory early in the morning before the crowds arrive. Down at the dock, the ferry sat waiting with its huge bow doors open, ready to begin loading vehicles for the crossing.
Anyway, have a great old
experience.
Yeah. Have a great old time.
Thank you very much. I ended up chatting with one of the locals for a while before continuing my walk around the marina. Shipwreck Lee's Fish and Chips. It's a scary looking place. Not long after, I found the perfect spot to grab breakfast and coffee for the family at Tobermory Coffee Company Cafe. They open at 7 AM, which couldn't have worked out better. This looks like. Ooh. After taking breakfast back to the motel, we packed our gear and got ready for one of the highlights of the trip, visiting Flowerpot Island. We booked onto the morning cruise with Bruce Anchor Cruises, which would take us across to Flowerpot Island. One thing we quickly learned when planning this trip: if you're visiting Tobermory during summer, you absolutely need to book everything well in advance. Boat tours, accommodations, parking and even access to places like the Grotto can book out weeks ahead during peak season.
There's Flowerpot Island.
Taking the very first boat over in the morning turned out to be one of the best decisions we made. When we arrived at Flowerpot Island, the trails were still quiet and peaceful, which gave us time to properly enjoy the scenery before the crowds arrived later in the morning. As we were leaving the island, we could already see the docks and trails becoming much busier. If you want the best experience here, getting an early start is definitely worth it.
So where are we right now? We're there and we want to go this way.
Go the other way.
Go this way?
The blue way
Yep.
to the black. So we're going.
Sounds alright.
So it's this way?
This way. Let's go. Mm. Whoop, they do have snakes. Are we ready?
Yep.
Let's go. Old John Deere's lost a couple of wheels. It's chocked up.
Yes. But no, well there was people. They haven't really scared snakes. Yeah.
I think the snakes are hiding right now.
Oh yeah, it's not going to be out now.
Lucky she's got a grippy shoe. Well, imagine having. Look
Look at the geese over there.
Pity it's raining, but anyhow, the weather clears up a bit later, making all these rocks pretty slippery. Really, all these tree roots on the path. Fantastic.
Hey Dad, turn around. Wait. Hey guys, just letting you know my dad's actually due in 2 weeks. Turn to the side.
Oh, that's really appropriate.
It's so inappropriate. Reveal.
And reveal.
He just flopped out.
Yeah. Exactly right.
That's our 18 plus content. Let's do vibe checks. Alright, vibe check for Georgie. Pretty good thus far. Was feeling a bit seasick on the boat, I'm not gonna lie. Even though it was barely even wavy, but it's now raining. But it's not raining too hard, so vibes are not ruined. Alright, Lauren. Vibe check. Oh, we've got a thumbs up. Davo. Can you...
Caution, that was
This is a word.
bed, but it's closed.
Can we get a vibe check, please?
Vibe check. I'm just fascinated with this, the moss, the trail, just... All we need now is a bit of sun.
Okay, Mum.
I'm having a great time. I just can't take him seriously because he's pregnant camera belly.
God, it looks bad, bro. He's
All
gonna
right.
scare the children.
Scared of children.
Looks like a tree's fallen over.
Falling over, I think she's
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. A few snapped there too.
Lots of birds.
Yeah.
Looks like there's been a bit of a tornado or something in this area. I don't think I'm being dramatic.
No.
What's this white stuff? Look at that.
Incredible.
Look at this. Woodpecker.
Yeah, woodpecker's been there.
Oh yeah. Something that reaches out of there.
What does poison ivy look like?
Yeah, good question. We'll show you. That's cool.
I don't know if it comes out on the camera that well, but that is absolutely fascinating. The green.
Absolutely fascinating. Don't you think? Yeah. Very cool.
There was a black trail. Oh, the sun's come out. Yay!
Be careful with that camera, David. Good job. Well done.
Well, here's the huts that we've seen from the boat.
Does somebody live there? Somebody lives there right now.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Old engine there, but I don't know, maybe it was a generator. Beg your pardon?
Dad's got
What's happened to you with the pen?
It's just all these pebbles. How smooth that is.
Located in Fathom 5 National Marine Park, Flowerpot Island is famous for its towering rock pillars, rugged shoreline and unbelievable clear water. The island is only accessible by boat and offers several hiking trails, caves, lookouts and historic light stations to explore.
Yeah, looks like you guys made yourself at home. A little bird.
Oh, man, I'm going. Wait.
Oh, the roots on that tree just hanging in the rock there. Cave in there.
Yeah. Boulder just. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Bit of a boardwalk here. There's a lighthouse. It's not really a house, it's just a light tower. Well, we've been enjoying the island so much, we've only got a half hour before we get picked up. So we're going to check out what we mainly came here for, and that was the flower pots. So walking up this bit of a hill, you can probably tell because I'm puffing. Oh, that lovely sun coming through the trees.
Oh wow.
The flower pots are a type of sea stack, formed over many years of wind, rain, waves and ice hammering away at the cliffs that once stood alongside the water's edge. The softer rock eroded more quickly, leaving the harder rock remaining in the shape of flower pots, with trees growing on top.
Well, here we are, back on the dock, ready to get back on the boat,
Yeah.
back over to Tobermory. How'd we go?
Pretty good. Bit of a rush at the end.
Could have spent more time here.
Yeah, definitely. I think
Lots
we
to
could have
see.
spent more time here, but yeah,
We're going.
3 hours just wasn't enough, was it? We'll have to come back again.
Spending the morning here before the crowds arrived made the whole experience feel even more special. After exploring the island, we jumped back on board the boat where we would continue on to explore some of the famous shipwrecks resting beneath the waters around Tobermory before returning back to the harbour. Sweepstakes Wreck is considered well preserved as the hull remains intact. Damaged off Cove Island in August 1885, Sweepstakes was then towed to the Big Tub Harbour in the Fathom 5 Marine Park by the tugboat Jessie. The schooner suffered serious damage and was not repaired in time, causing it to sink in September 1885. Sweepstakes was transporting coal, and the coal was retrieved after the boat sank. The two-masted wooden schooner's length was 36 metres and the hull's maximum depth was 7 metres. After a fantastic morning exploring Flowerpot Island and cruising past the shipwrecks around Big Tub Harbour, we eventually made our way back to the dock in Tobermory. By this stage we were definitely starting to get hungry, so we headed back into town searching for some lunch. In the end, we returned to the same cafe where I grabbed breakfast earlier in the morning, which turned out to be a great little find right in the heart of town.
So we've made a plan. We're going to Little Dunk's Lookout. About a 30-minute walk. Are we ready to go?
Lovely. Oh mate, I'm so excited. Can you feel the excitement just flooding off me?
Over lunch, we started discussing how much energy we still had left, and somehow decided hiking more trails sounded like a good idea. So after lunch we set off from the harbour towards Little Dunk's Bay before continuing out along the Burnt Point Loop Trail.
Okay, wait, so where's the tower? Just here? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just here. So we're going to go to Little Dunk's
See how
and
we're
then
going.
see how we're feeling, and then we can do this 3 kilometre loop if we want to Burnt Point.
It's only 3 kilometres.
Yeah, if we don't stop every second.
Huh?
One of the things we quickly discovered around Tobermory is that there are walking trails everywhere, and almost all of them seem to lead incredible views of the Georgian Bay. The trail wound its way through the thick cedar forest before eventually opening up onto the rugged, rocky shoreline and crystal clear water stretching as far as you could see. Even after a full morning of Flowerpot Island, it still felt like every corner of the Bruce Peninsula had something new to discover.
This water's crazy. So we're told today the reason there's no algae in the water is the water's so cold. No algae grows. Quick feed in.
we did. You put your fucking feet up.
So now we're going to do the Burnt Point Loop Trail. It's a blue trail, so it's a side trail off of the main Bruce Trail. Alright.
So are we doing the 3.3 or the 1.7?
Oh, let's see how we go when we get there.
Going, Dal?
Follow on the blue markers, mate.
So the blue markers also go that way.
Oh. Okay.
I'm confused. So this
Alright, we can go this way then. Oh, I think she's about
maybe
to
it's
fall
like
over
quite
at some
hollow.
stage.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You can see it moving. I don't really want to be near that tree for too long. I think it could snap off at any time. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Look from here at how much the top's moving.
Yeah. Tree down across the track. Oh. Anyone out there tell me what causes these indentations in the rock? They're everywhere.
Comment below.
Yeah, please leave a comment and let us know if you know what causes this. So this must be Burnt Point. Oh, look at that.
Look at that over there. So sick.
Oh,
The colour on that.
that is totally amazing. See the Bruce Peninsula heading south down that direction, down along there, coastline. Got some islands just here off the side of the peninsula. But we eventually made it back to the main trail after the 3.3 kilometre loop side trail. So now we're just going to make our way back to Tobermory. So yeah, it's only a few hundred metres to go now. Everyone's worn out. The woodpecker's had a crack at this tree. Look at that.
After completing the loop trail, we made our way back towards town and decided to finish the afternoon by climbing the lookout tower overlooking the harbour.
Well, back at the tower, the girls are going to rest here while I attack it.
How long do you reckon?
3.5.
And honestly, after the amount of walking we'd already done that day, those stairs definitely felt steeper than they probably were.
Yeah, she's a way up. And here we go. 5 minutes later.
But once we reached the top, the views over Tobermory, the marina, the Georgian Bay made it completely worth it. By the time we made it back into town, we were completely exhausted from the day's adventures. Between the early morning start, exploring Flowerpot Island, hiking trails and climbing the lookout tower, we'd definitely covered some kilometres. So we decided on an early dinner was well deserved, and stopped for fish and chips before finishing the evening with a family gelato run to Stella's Gelato and Cafe.
We're going to head in here.
Sitting by the harbour with a gelato in hand while the sun slowly disappeared over Georgian Bay was the perfect way to end our first full day exploring Tobermory. And the best part was, we still had another huge adventure waiting for us the next morning. In the next video, we're heading to the famous Grotto inside Bruce Peninsula National Park. We're heading there to check out the crystal clear water and explore the caves and the cliffs. And trust me, this place absolutely lived up to the hype. But that adventure is coming next.